Well, it's the big race in harness racing, the Melbourne Cup, they call it, the Inter-Dominion. For the third time ever, a horse won it in consecutive years. We had Hondo Grattan in the 70s, Gammalite in the 80s, and now Our Sir Vancelot in the 90s. Adam Hamilton was at the Royal Showgrounds last night. Adam, welcome. Adam, was it completely fulfilling? I mean, he's a super horse, but he seemed to get it pretty easy again last night.
Yeah, look, I wonder. I mean, he's gonna go down at his record as one of the all-time superstars of the sport. And look, and he's earned that with his record. But oh, gee, I'd love to see him just to perhaps have to do a little bit in his race. I mean, he's got the brilliance, and he was better than those horses last night. But when he got the front, well, I suppose there was a little bit of a sigh went through the crowd to say, well, you know, it's going to be a formality from here. So, yeah, look, we'd love to see him to perhaps, you know, sit outside, try a fluke and see whether he could do it that way, Bruce.
Well, he started from the second row last night, Our Sir Vancelot. He started from 8, which didn't look to be all that bad a barrier because he followed out a fast beginner in Ataturk. Try a Fluke led comfortably. Now, Our Sir Vancelot, there's a little bit of trouble going into the first turn. Quantum Low Bell's eased back a bit in the blue. He's the stablemate of Our Sir Vancelot and actually, you know, failed in the final like he did last time. But Try Fluke's leading. He's the Hunter Cup winner. I know he came late in the Hunter Cup with a sit and sprint. Now, Hancock's 3 deep here coming into the straight the first time. Decides to go on with it. Now, what's going through the other driver's mind? Why did Warwick give up the lead? I mean, did you speak to him afterwards?
Yeah, no, look, I had a chat to Justin Warwick. He just said that, you know, Our Sir Vancelot is a better horse than me. He's clear standout in the race. And he said mine was a business decision to try and ensure that I finished second by handing up like that. So, ruined it as a spectacle. But from Justin's point of view, Bruce, he thought he'd won the race afterwards. He said, take out Our Sir Vancelot. He's better than us all. I've beaten home the rest. That's what I came here to do. So,
gee, that's a very strange attitude for a bloke who's a dasher and going to be the next Vin Knight. Vinny would never have given it up.
Look, I think the sparkle and the confidence that was in Justin Warwick and his horses before the series was lost as the heats went on. He stepped down a little bit in his perhaps his expectations of the horses, and from that time when the horses disappointed last Saturday night in the last round of heats, he just changed and he went into well, perhaps damage control. Can we say that?
Well, Brian Hancock smoking the pipe, as they say, with Quantum Low Bell, and so we picked them up with a couple to go in the Inter-Dominion final.
To go, the stablemates in front. Our Sir Vancelot, a metre to Quantum Low Bell, and Captain Rufus working overtime out 3 wide. Try a Fluke is over on the fence behind the leader. Quantum Low Bell is now 1 out, 1 back as Captain Rufus goes to the breeze. Bradshaw 3 back on the inside of Sam Malone now with cover. Then Anvil Star racing outside Ataturk. They were followed by Anvil Vance. And late bidders last of all, a lap and a half left to go. And the defending champion, Our Sir Vancelot, by a length, the Captain Rufus. He's up in the breeze, racing second. Third is Try a Fluke on the inside. Then Quantum Low Bell, who's 1 out, 1 back. The Hancock horses first and fourth. Bradshaw back along the inside, followed by Sam Malone. Then Ataturk, followed by Anvil Star. It's been shuffled back to third last. Here's Anvil Vance about to be popped the question 3 wide. And back on the inside is Late Bid. There's the bell. They've got just on 1 circuit left to go. Our Sir Vancelot by 2 metres to Captain Rufus. Try a Fluke is still third, then Quantum Low Bell. Sam Malone goes 3 wide. Bradshaw's in a sit faster over on the inside about 6th, followed by Ataturk Late Bid. Anvil Star getting onto the back of Sam Malone. And Anvil Vance is last of all, 20 metres from the leader. And the leader is Our Sir Vancelot as they go down the back the last time from Captain Rufus. Try a Fluke is travelling well, third on the inside. Bradshaw trying to get off the inside, making ground from Quantum Low Bell. Late Bid getting up along the fence and further back then Ataturk. Sam Malone's had enough. And Anvil Vance is very wide, but Our Sir Vancelot, I think he's got them covered. Around the home turn, he zips about 4 metres to Try a Fluke. Further back to Bradshaw, Late Bid getting up on the inside. Then Captain Rufus. But ladies and gentlemen, Our Sir Vancelot is going to absolutely brain them. Oh, the defending champion, an absolute champion. Our Sir Vancelot beats Try a Fluke and Late Bid. Then Ataturk, followed by Bradshaw, Anvil Star.
Yeah, Adam, we're almost out of time. What do? Do we keep moving the race around Australia, give everyone a chance to see the great horses, or do we make a business decision and say, leave it at Moonee Valley, make it $1 million race and make it work again?
It's got to happen, Bruce. We've got to change the attitude towards this series. It's been stuck on 400,000 for too long. And, you know, as a harness racing lover, I mean, look, it's disappointing. It's falling behind the times. And the only way we can do it is to, as hard as it is, stop propping up some of the lesser clubs, pick a circuit of the 4 major clubs, say Sydney, Melbourne and the 2 islands of New Zealand, something like that. And, you know, let's really get behind this race. It should be $1 million, Bruce.
We'll catch you in the Trotter Series coming up at Harold Park. Thanks for your work, Adam.
Good on you, mate.
Adam Hamilton there from Hobart. We're going to take a break. Wayne Carey's not too far away. We're going to talk AFL.